What's up guys, Casual back again, and with the Raid and Spider-Man news starting to calm down, I wanted to take some time to talk about the next hero we should be seeing come to Marvel's Avengers in the near future, and of course I'm referring to She-Hulk because at this point, She-Hulk being the next scheduled hero to release is pretty much a lock at this point, but I wanted to break down exactly what I'm hoping to see, not only from her gameplay, but with her expansion content as well. So with that said, let's jump into it. Now with the exclusion of Spider-Man's recent release, there hasn't been a new hero added to the game for all platforms since Black Panther's release in mid-August, and with us heading into 2022, there has been no official statement or announcement on exactly when we can expect to see a new hero released. And I know that they said that they would release an update on things to expect after the latest roadmap, but with most of the team going on a holiday break soon, I'm not confident we're going to see any news on that front before the year closes out. But hopefully I'm wrong and they do drop a new roadmap with exciting content on it before the year ends and we can actually see some of those things actually come to the game. But as I said in previous videos, we learned from data mine leaks from Miller that She-Hulk was the next character with the most development right ahead of Winter Soldier, with Captain Marvel and War Machine right behind both of them. We also know that she has a new Disney Plus show scheduled to release in early 22, so her being released ahead of her show makes sense so that they can sell her outfits from the show in the marketplace. I'm really hoping that her expansion brings the introduction of a patrol mode to the game, because we knew it was postponed because they decided that joining in progress was necessary for it to be what players are hoping for. So hopefully they've been able to make solid progress on that front so that it can actually be released and we can have even more content in the game, because we need all the content we can get at this point. But in regards to She-Hulk herself, I'm really expecting to see some fun gameplay for her that really helps to separate her from Hulk's gameplay. The Hulk is pretty limited in terms of mobility and combos, so I think those are the areas where She-Hulk should excel because she is the more agile of the two. And while she is a Hulk, she should be able to string together some solid combos. For her running heavy attack, I'm hoping to see her drop kick attack because it only makes sense, and for her light running attack, a simple running punch is what I think they'll choose to go with. The rumors we got a while back suggested that she'll have some interesting slams and grab attacks, and I think that really suits her playstyle because, as I said, she is a Hulk, so slamming and grabbing enemies is to be expected, but instead of displaying brute force and rage like the Hulk, she should have more style and flair like a professional wrestler. I think it's safe to assume that she'll also have faster traversal than the Hulk when it comes to running speed, and her jumping range I think will probably fall somewhere close to what we already have for the Hulk. Hopefully they decide to make some improvements to traversal in the near future, because right now, if you're not swinging as Spider-Man, it's honestly disappointing. So at the very least, a speed boost to most characters, or maybe an intrinsic run for characters like the Hulk and Black Panther, but something really needs to change on that front, so hopefully they listen to player feedback. For her ranged attacks, I definitely think she'll throw chunks of concrete similar to Hulk, but maybe instead of being able to use one large chunk, she'll pick up two smaller chunks and just throw each one individually, or maybe use them for melee. I know a lot of people are expecting her to simply be a Hulk Echo because that would be easy on the dev team, but I give them more credit than that, and they've shown with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop that they can make similar heroes different enough so that each hero feels unique. Now as far as what I'm hoping to see for her heroic attacks, I think her support should be similar to Cap's rally cry, where she pumps herself and the team up a bit, but it gives a defense buff for her and the team, allowing her to tank damage for a bit and get in close to really do big combo damage. For her assault, I think a giant slam attack will work, where she leaps in the air and slams down feet first and just does a lot of AoE damage. I think that will work great for crowd control too, and it could be used against single targets as well. For her ultimate attack, I don't have anything specific in mind because most of her ultimates in other games involve using a car to hit enemies or grabbing something large off screen, so I'm not expecting to see something on that scale, so I'll just say that she should have a large stump that gives her a damage buff mode similar to Cap's Brooklyn Brawler mode. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they come up with for her intrinsic ability as well, because I don't have any concrete ideas for her in that area either, but I trust that the developers will come up with something unique and creative for her. Lastly, we know that she will have a story, but as of right now, we don't know if it will be an operation or an expansion, but from what I've seen, it's looking to be more of an operation, but hopefully we get a new environment with new enemy types, which I'm hoping to see gamma creatures come to the game, and I really hope to see the leader introduced in her story, but with Red Hulk being uncovered in the data files of the game, we know at the very least he'll be featured as a boss fight and potentially a new villain sector. But I'm hoping they go the extra mile to really differentiate him from Abomination and Maestro, because he is known to use different weapons like guns and rocket launchers, and he also has fire-based attacks. So I'm hoping to see some of those elements present in his mechanics, and I'm expecting them to continue the recent trend of having different phases for the boss fights to keep things from being too repetitive. But they have dropped hints about AIM performing experiments with Gamma, and I pointed out in previous videos that if you play the mission Condition Green for the Hulk, you hear Jarvis warn that AIM's experiments could have transformed people into Gamma creatures. And as a fan of Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, I would love to see something like a Gamma World storyline play out in Avengers, and I'm even okay with AIM being a part of it. Just introduce Gamma creature enemy types into the game, and you could even make Gamma gear useful against them to make it more relevant. But those are all the things I'm hoping to see when She-Hulk eventually comes to the game, and now I want to know what you guys are hoping to see when she's officially announced. And where do you think she'll rank amongst the other heroes in terms of gameplay? Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed today's video to support the channel, and make sure you subscribe to catch more Marvel's Avengers content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.